Hi everyone. I wasn't actually sure if I'd ever be doing this again, recording a video, but here we are on the pit. I'm on my main account. Um, don't have any of my items because obviously those got sold separately, but yes, I did buy my account back, and I'm back. I'm still not entirely sure whether I'm gonna like continue making videos, because obviously I don't have any of my pit items, and in general, this game, uh, losing all of your items that you spent the nearly last 5 years, by the way, Pit is almost turning 5, yeah, spending that much time on a game for all of it, well, not all of it, because I still have perks and everything, but almost all of it to be taken away from you definitely doesn't help with motivation. But what did help with motivation was the absolute wave of support I got from that last video, which, by the way, if you're confused, you probably never saw that last video because I'm actually unlisting that once this one's uploaded, just so there's no confusion to where someone might see that in the future and then never see this one or any of my future videos. But my last video was me getting hacked. This was about a month and a half ago. It was very stupid. I don't even want to go too much into detail with it, just because of how unimportant it is. Like, I don't know, anytime I talk about it, it's just people being like, oh, how could you have possibly fallen for that? And I don't have an excuse. It was just me being stupid, and it was an honest mistake. And while it was one that should have been able to been very easily avoided if I had any sense of like basic self-preservance in that moment, then could have been avoided. But it happened, and I learned from it, and I paid for my mistake quite literally. The account. So right after the account got hacked, they changed the name, which people were confused by, but they changed the name to basically invalidate my current session, so that once I logged out of the game, I couldn't log back in because the information had changed. And so they changed the name. They added an H at the end, so it was just SammH. And then they immediately took the pit items off it, and within like a couple hours they sold the pit items, which, by the way, if that hacker is watching this for whatever reason, because they're just obsessed with me, I guess, they actually sold it for about a fifth of the market value that they could have gotten. I had around 250 to 300 PBs worth of items, and they sold all of them together for 125 US dollars, that is, 125. So, yeah, really not a great move on their part, but you know what, I guess they made profit off of, just being a scumbag and not putting in actually any real work, so, fair enough to them. I'm sure they're not too pissed about that, but it's just funny that they sold it for so little. But yeah, that happened, and then in the next few days after that, I was contacting Mojang to try to figure out what I could do about getting the account back. Obviously nothing, because Mojang and Microsoft are just terrible with account security, and I feel like we went through this whole migration process in the last couple of years just to make the account security worse, because if someone gets your account, it's not just your Minecraft account, but they get your entire Microsoft, everything you had connected to your Microsoft account, which for me, thankfully, was just this. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, that happened, and over the next few days, I contacted them and nothing happened, and then after that, I got sick, and then so it was maybe like a week or two later, when I finally tried to reach out to the guy to buy it back, because he did offer to sell me the account straight back. At that point, he had gone totally offline, and I didn't hear anything from him until about 3 weeks after that, to which was about 2 weeks ago. The account got posted on an account selling shop on a Discord, and someone commented on one of my YouTube videos with the Discord shop link, and a few people on Discord DM'd me about it, obviously recognizing that, hey, my account is being sold, you should probably check this out. And I did, and I got in contact with the seller and bought it, and for anyone curious, it was 325 USD, ended up being closer to 350 after middleman fees and PayPal fees and all that, but the price tag really didn't matter too much to me because I've made more than that off of my YouTube and merch and Twitch and other online endeavors that have been possible through this account, so that was my way of, you know, justifying this being okay. And the fact that I'm fortunate enough to have that much of a disposable income to begin with. A lot of people who are younger that get that fall for this kind of scam, unfortunately don't have that. So I'm very fortunate, regardless of the fact that I don't have any of my pit items. I have everything else. It's funny enough that they didn't touch my skyblock. My skyblock didn't have anything crazy on it, but it still like had some value. They just only went for pit and then immediately banned the account, which I didn't even realize. They just got a extreme chat infraction is what it says, and then once that was up, I guess someone else logged into it and it got security banned, and so it was security banned on Hypixel when I had bought the account back, and then I just appealed that and it got unbanned instantly. So that was that. And I think I have enough kills for King's Quest now. Yeah, I got most of the renown in the last couple days off of just doing major events and didn't even have the kill requirement, which is why I was doing that night quest just now. Also to get a vial, since this is my entire net worth. These are all Aqua PBs. This is my entire net worth pretty much. If we look at my ender chest, I've got a few really bad mystics as well as a big fish collection and my mystic repair kits, but that's about it. So that's where we're at now, and that's also another point I wanted to bring up, is that I'm starting fresh with the pit. Obviously not with my level or my renown shop or anything like that, but in terms of my inventory, this is about as bare bones as it gets. I've been playing in shop diamond. That's all I got. So my decision now is A, whether I want to continue content at all, B, whether I want to continue pit content at all, and C, if I do pit content, do I want to borrow mystics from my friends, because multiple friends of mine who have quit the game have offered to just lend me their entire inventories to, you know, continue being able to actually have fun in this game with. Or do I want to go a different route? I've toyed with the option of doing a, like, building net worth series, where I start from scratch and do videos about how to build a net worth in pit. And so I really don't have the answers to any of those right now. Obviously, I've been occupied in the last couple months, month and a half that I didn't have my account, with, you know, having a real life, and obviously that's been a pretty common theme on the last couple of years on this channel, but it's true, it's that I put YouTube to the absolute bottom of my priorities, because I just have things in my life that are more important to me, and now is a better time than ever to really, you know, have a hard look at that and decide whether that's something I want to continue. And so I really don't have the answers right now. We'll see, you know, I haven't been playing too much pit besides doing the King's Quest here in the last 2 weeks that I've had my account, and so, you know, we'll see from there how I'm feeling. So for now, this is mostly just an update video to say, hey, yes, if you see me on Hypixel, this is me, it's not the hacker. I've had a few people that didn't see my community posts that were like, hey, give Sam his account back, what's wrong with you? And I have to be like, no, it's me, I promise, I'm not trying to scam you guys. Oh yeah, that's actually something I wanted to bring up too, is that even though the account got banned pretty soon after it got stolen, there was one person that I know of, at least, that did fall for the scam through the guy using my account, because that was how I fell for it. It was someone on my friends list who I trusted, who had his account hacked. And so the person took my account and did the same with as many of the people on my friends list as they could, and did end up getting one prominent AP hunter. Sad Hide was the username, and so I wanted, you know, apologize to him definitely, because I mean, obviously it wasn't my fault, but I still feel some level of responsibility. So yeah, I wanted to make this really just as like a way to say, hey, if you see me on, I'm back, this is really me, and to just kind of see where we go from here, I guess. This isn't like a thing being like, hey, I'm back to doing videos full-time, definitely, because I actually don't know still what I've decided for that. But it's where I'm at, and so I'm gonna enchant these frack reserves that I won on the auction yesterday, even though they're creative and they're probably bad. They're probably not gonna get anything good. I mean, actually, I'm gonna sack them for Sweaty for the off chance of Sweaty 3, and it's terrible. Alright, that's... welcome back to Pit. I did not miss you one bit. But I am gonna Prestige and then do this King's Quest, which, honestly, that's one of the most annoying parts about this, is that when I got my account hacked, it was King's Map, and I had 10 out of 10 of the renown required. I was about to record a video prestiging, and I know it's not that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things to miss one King's Quest, but I've missed very few of them. I believe this is gonna be my 31st King Quest. I think I'm like top 10 or top 15 for those completed, so that was a bit annoying. On top of, you know, having to pay $350 and losing all my items, that was a little bit annoying. But here we go. We'll prestige to 32 now. I almost thought it was 31, but yeah, here we go. Oh, I should probably put this diamond armor away, actually. Let me do that. Let me just... I've got all the fucking inventory space in the world in this e-chest, so I'm good. But yeah, I'll do this now. There we go. 32. There we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you eventually.